What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Tuesday, January 22nd. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, let's take a look at the point guard position. Eligible here on DraftKings is Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks, playing the LA Clippers, who have the second worst defense overall, and they give up the 6th most fantasy points to opposing point guards. Luka Doncic has scored 53, 28, and 50 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 39.1 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 32 minutes per game with a 28% usage rate. Luka Doncic is $8,400 DraftKings salary. He's $500 more on FanDuel, projected at 36.5 fantasy points here tonight. He's going to need about 40 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. That's something he's done in all of his last 5 games. He scored 52 fantasy points versus the Clippers last time he played them. There's an implied total of 222.5 points in this game. It's a pretty high total. I love Luka Doncic here versus the LA Clippers. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the position optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new player trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. Eligible here at shooting guard on DraftKings is Derrick Rose from the Minnesota Timberwolves, playing the Phoenix Suns, who have the 4th worst defense overall, and they give up the 7th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Derrick Rose has scored 40, 35, and 24 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 31.8 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 30 minutes per game with a 27% usage rate. Derrick Rose is $6,300 DraftKings salary. He's $300 more on FanDuel, projected at 32.6 fantasy points here tonight. That's over 5 times value. There's an implied total of 228 points in this game. So I like Derrick Rose here versus the Phoenix Suns. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's see who we have at the small forward position. I like TJ Warren from the Phoenix Suns, playing the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, but they give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. TJ Warren has scored 32, 25, and 27 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 29.8 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 32 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. TJ Warren is only $5,700 DraftKings salary. He's $500 more on FanDuel. I love that DraftKings price. Projected at 29.4 fantasy points here tonight. That's over 5 times value. This is a home game, a fast-paced game. I love TJ Warren here versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I'm going to give you a value play here. I like Dario Saric from the Minnesota Timberwolves, playing the Phoenix Suns, who have the 4th worst defense overall. And although they're pretty good against power forwards, Dario Saric has scored 20, 14, and 21 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 21.3 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 25 minutes per game with an 18% usage rate. Dario Saric is $4,200 DraftKings salary. He's $300 less on FanDuel, so I love that FanDuel price. Great low score drop option with good upside. He's projected at 25 fantasy points here tonight. That's right around 6 times value. So I think Dario Saric is a nice value play. You can go with him on both sites, but especially over there on FanDuel with the low score drop. I like Dario Saric here versus the Phoenix Suns. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like KarlAnthony Towns from the Minnesota Timberwolves playing the Phoenix Suns, who have the 4th worst defense overall, and they give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing centers. KarlAnthony Towns has scored 61, 31, and 24 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 48.1 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 33 minutes per game with a 28% usage rate. KarlAnthony Towns is $10,600 DraftKings salary. Same price on FanDuel, so I think it's a good price on both sites. Projected at 48.7 fantasy points here tonight. He's going to need a little over 50 fantasy points to get you 5 times value. He's got 60, 70 point upside. He had a 79 fantasy point game 4 games ago. He's dropped 61, 59, 42, 57, and 54 fantasy points on the Phoenix Suns in his last 5 games. So I like KarlAnthony Towns' chances to hit value or crush it here tonight versus the Phoenix Suns. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.